Oops. Up off net. Man, almost fell. Oh, almost knocked everything down. Hold on. That, won't you believe, my neighbor? That was a hard opening. Won't you believe? Pause. Could you please? Believe. My neighbor. Hi, neighbor. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz the Don't. Alright, man, look. I saw T. Who's up in here? Ethan, what's going on? Bash. Oops. Hi, man, look. Let's get to the live stream. What's going on with you? First, I want to say this. ShowBizz the mug, if you don't get your black, 2 sugars. Let some more people come in. 51 already. Yeah, come on in here. John M. There you go. Share, hit the like button, subscribe. Everybody, come on, subscribe. Everybody, come on in here. We have a lot to talk about. Your son goes to my school. So cool. Oh, man, shout out to you. Zach Mullins. He don't have the length like Fury to dodge. Let's go. We're going to talk about this. What up, Biz? What's going on? Robbie Mitchell, what's going on? Hold on. What's going on with you? Let's see. Thank you very much. I know someone said God bless you already. What's up, Biz? Been great day. 2 videos from you in 1 day. I might be dead in heaven. That's awesome, man. Yeah, it's a great day. 56 first. He's not talented as Fury. What up, man? What's going on, G? My member, boy. BK, stop playing with you. Let me see. So we agree that Whyte is easy work for Wilder. Yeah, it's easy work, T. It's easy work. But let's get some people in and we want to talk about, and then we'll just open it up to you guys talking about whatever you want to talk about. Love you too, Sabo, love you too, man. Franco, no way. Nope, he ain't. I think it's easy work. You get a lot of love, bro. Man on fire. Thank you so much. Whyte's left hook is nasty. Yeah, it is nasty. But we'll talk about all that. Come on in here. Come on in here. The water's fine. Wilder's finished. After 1 loss, man, that's not good. That's not good from boxing fans, man. I'm happy Muhammad Ali wasn't finished after the Frazier loss. I'm happy even Sonny Liston wasn't finished. I'm happy Big George Foreman wasn't finished after his loss. I'm happy Sugar Ray Robinson wasn't finished after he lost to Jake LaMotta. I'm happy Sugar Ray Leonard wasn't finished after he lost to Roberto Duran. I'm happy Roy Jones Jr. wasn't finished after he got disqualified against Montel Griffin. I'm happy all those boys weren't finished after their first. I'm happy Bernard Hopkins, his first fight was a loss. I'm happy he kept going. So, yeah, I mean, you know, people like to talk, but, you know, real boxing fans, we know what we're looking at. I think Wilder KOs AJ as well. Now that, I'm not so sure. I think it's whoever lands on who first. AJ can hit, boy. He can hit, and he's putting an extra wrinkle in his game. Deontay Wilder, we know he can smack. And AJ doesn't have the best chin in the world. So, I think it's whoever it lands on who first. Where's your black? 2 sugars? Ooh, this is delicious. Now, this is delicious. It tastes like coffee. All right, man. We got a few people in here. We got 92. I was waiting for 100 to get in here. Luis Ortiz outboxed Wilder. I didn't say, Layla, what's going on with you? Shout out to you. I didn't say that Deontay Wilder would outbox Dillian Whyte. I said Deontay Wilder would beat him, and Luis Ortiz, that's a great example for why he would beat him. SB, a new member. Boy. I don't think Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, outboxes anybody. Let's not change the subject just yet. Let's talk about this. Deontay Wilder, all right? Deontay Wilder, I think he would absolutely destroy Dillian Whyte. I think he'd knock Dillian Whyte flat out. Okay? I think he'd do to Dillian Whyte what he was doing to everybody. What he was doing to Dominic Breazeale, what he did to Luis Ortiz. I think he does. I think it's back to business as usual if he takes on the likes of Dillian Whyte. All right. I think Dillian Whyte is one hell of a fighter. I think Dillian Whyte is on the level of Chisora, Joseph Parker, who's my boy. I think that tier right under the top three, the three-headed dragon, that's where I put Dillian Whyte. The way AJ beat him, knocked him out, had him leaning all over the ropes. AJ, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, and Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. I think those boys are actually over him. Usyk, I would like to see Usyk against Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte can bang, so can Luis King Kong Ortiz. Look, I want to say this. Deontay Wilder, everybody would see him, no one can imagine him winning now after being knocked out for the first time, TKO'd against Tyson Gypsy King Fury. He wasn't TKO'd the first time. He never lost the first time. But now you can see how he'll lose. And all of a sudden, that's what'll happen to Deontay Wilder if he takes on anybody else. Here's the funny thing. We saw Dillian Whyte leaning on the bottom rope against AJ, but that image is long gone. You see what I'm saying? What's fresh in our minds is Deontay Wilder getting knocked all over the ring. Now, I think Deontay Wilder training properly with, enough time, anything past 2.5 months, having his legs under him, I think he knocks out Dillian Whyte. I do. Here's the thing. What I see from Dillian Whyte is this. It's what I saw out of Ken Norton. Not to say Dillian Whyte is on the level of Ken Norton, but if this was the mid to late 70s, early 80s, okay, if this was around that time, then Dillian Whyte, he would definitely be the Ken Norton. I think Dillian Whyte would be a harder fight for Tyson the Gypsy King Fury than for Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. How you feel about that? Yo, Biz, your predictions are scary. Yeah, I'll be pretty much on target. Thank you so much. How you feel about that? I think Tyson the Gypsy King Fury will have a harder time with Dillian Whyte than Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder with Dillian Whyte. Now think about my Ken Norton example a little bit. Wilder is knocking that cheat Fury out. It's hard to talk to you now because now you see Tyson Fury as a cheat. We can't talk. Feel the same way. I do too. Ortiz versus Whyte, good fight. Yeah, that's definitely a good fight. Yeah, I can see that. A lot of you guys, see, that's why I love my show business partners. Dillian Whyte, too slow for Wilder. Yep, hate to say that, but I think you're right. Yep, absolutely. Give Dubois 3 more fights after Joyce, and I'll be putting my money on him beating Whyte too. Me too. I'm actually give him 3 more fights, and I'm questioning Dubois against Wilder, and I'm not playing. All right, so here's the thing. Ken Norton had an easier time with Muhammad Ali, didn't he? Actually, I think Ken Norton won 2 out of the 3 fights, arguably all 3. Ken Norton was robbed against Muhammad Ali. Ken Norton, hell of a fight against another boxer, Larry Holmes. See, Ken Norton can fight boxers, all right? But Ken Norton couldn't survive against Shavers. He couldn't do anything against George Foreman. That's what I see out of Dillian Whyte. Look at Dillian Whyte. Joseph Parker. Look at Dillian Whyte. And look at him against a puncher like AJ. Think about what AJ did, okay? AJ was able to destroy Dillian Whyte. Now, Dillian Whyte did hurt AJ because AJ, when he started, I'm not sure if he's like this now, but he'd get excited when he thought you were hurt. That's how you get caught. AJ, with his range, 6'6", with his range, but crazy power. AJ got beautiful power, and a lot of his power is due to his technical punching, right? He punches well, and he's faster than people give him credit for. The way his full body moves, not so fast. His hand speed, check him out. AJ, with his range, power from that distance, boom, that's where you got to hit Dillian Whyte. You're not Dillian Whyte fresh out. You're not, especially when you have all-time power like Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. He has all-time power. AJ let it happen to him. Yeah, right. That's right. I see Jimmy Young, right? I see, and we know where George Foreman's head was at. I see what Deontay Wilder doing to Dillian Whyte, what he kind of did to Luis Ortiz that second fight. Dillian Whyte would try to put pressure on Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. What makes Wilder special is Wilder athleticism, his speed, okay, and having probably the most devastating right hand in boxing history, in heavyweight history, all right? So I think Deontay Wilder creates that space, and he knocks out Dillian Whyte. Don't forget, if he touches you, he knocks you out. Now, here's the thing about Dillian Whyte, or the thing about Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. You got to practically kill that man to stop him. Luis Ortiz was knocking him all over the ring like an open umbrella in a tornado, okay? Blowing him all around the ring. Tyson Gypsy King Fury was doing the same thing to Deontay Wilder. You got to kill that man. You got to kill that man. So, Dillian Whyte, if he does hurt him, he's going to have to really beat him. He's going to have to really beat him. And the way to finish Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder is you got to be a good boxer too, okay? And I'm talking about very fantastic fighter. So you have to be a Tyson Gypsy King Fury. You have to be Anthony AJ Joshua. You got to be one of those boys to do that to Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. I think he knocks out Dillian Whyte. I don't think Dillian Whyte is that threat. The threat would be Tyson Gypsy King Fury, who I think is going to beat him practically a third time. Fury hit Wilder so hard, he was tweaking. You probably mean twerking. Tyson Gypsy King would probably beat him for a third time, practically a third time. And I think AJ and Deontay Wilder's fireworks. But at the end of the day, because the last thing we got of Deontay Wilder is him getting beat, TKO'd, that doesn't mean everybody can knock him out. And I think people need to wake up out of that. Because if you're going to put money on it, if you're going to start betting, okay, on like busr.com/showbiz, that's where we bet on this channel, you're going to be broke. Betting on Deontay, betting against Deontay Wilder because the best heavyweight in the world, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, beat him, TKO'd him. Don't think that Dillian Whyte and all those boys are on the level of Tyson Gypsy King Fury. Not just that, but stylistically can give Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder issues just because Tyson Gypsy King Fury can. Don't play yourself that way. Wilder versus Fury 3 goes back to the first fight somewhat. Yeah, speak biz. Okay. Best Life. What's going on with you? I know you got something to say. Please agree with me that Wilder never destroys. He gets destroyed when he lands one right hand. He gets destroyed, then he lands one right hand. In all 40-something of his fights? No, I don't agree with you there. Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, in my opinion, he started getting worse over time. He was getting better throwing the right hand. That's true. Setting up the right hand. But as far as winning rounds, Deontay Wilder, you may be new to boxing or new to Deontay Wilder, but when he first started, low haircut Deontay Wilder, fresh out of the Olympics. In the Olympics, you got to win rounds on points. Deontay Wilder knew how to win rounds before. He just started depending on his right hand around when you probably saw him. Around Brazil, around Luis Ortiz too. Before that, Deontay Wilder won rounds. Let's not get it twisted. He beat Stavern in a 12-round fight. Let's stop, okay? He beat Stavern in a 12-round fight. And I want to say this. And that point was so good, okay, that we don't even need to talk about that anymore. But I do want to say this. Why is it that people come to my channel, and I mean, forget people, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder fanboys, why do they think I hate Deontay Wilder? Man on fire, facts. Only thing AJ has on Fury, is power. Fury has better head movement, footwork, stamina, orthodox, taller, heavier, and can adapt better. That's I have to think about that, but that's sounding good. It's sounding about right. Luis Ortiz is 41, washed up, drugs, steroids, has high blood pressure, and he never beat nobody. He is super overrated. Hey Biz, do you think that Usyk is a threat to the likes of Joshua, Wilder, and Fury? Do you think his chin will hold up? Yeah, I think chin is mental too. Yeah, I think his chin will. No one chins hold up to Wilder. No one chin really holds up to AJ either. So I mean, you know, AJ and Wilder, those boys will knock anybody out. But Usyk, he's a heavyweight. He's a heavyweight. He's a heavyweight. Cause you real. Who thinks that you just honest? Yo, because his technique stinks. ShowBizz the dog stay barking. Actually, that's ShowBizz the frog. That's a frog. No, you don't hate Wilder. You just speak the truth. Absolutely, absolutely. Here's the thing. I take up for Wilder, often. I take up for Wilder often and support him, often. Because I support all fighters, and I definitely hate when fighters are disrespected, especially a guy like Deontay Wilder, who you don't see guys like that, knocking everybody out with a knockout percentage like that. Also, somebody who had 10 heavyweight title defenses, defending the WBC title 10 times. You know, you just, also, I hate Wilder. On a post in my community, I said that I didn't want to do a video on Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder twerking. I'm just not into watching men twerk. I said, send me footage of him sparring or preparing for a fight or something like that. Or talking trash about a fighter. I actually had a guy in the community thought that was a post of me hating Deontay Wilder. Very sensitive guys. Very sensitive. Leave the frog alone, Biz. Step away from the frog. Hey, you respect all fighters, Biz, and you speak so much truth. That's why this is my favorite channel. Thank you, Dustin, so much. Let's see. What's your opinion on Philip? Yeah, I think he can get busy. I think he's coming along. Nowadays, if you're not a hype man, you're a hater. That is so true. You know, here's the thing. I am extremely excited about Iron Mike Tyson coming back and how great he's looking. I'm excited about that for a few reasons. Iron Mike Tyson is one of my childhood heroes, one of my favorite fighters ever. Who wouldn't be excited seeing a guy, any heavyweight, look like that? That's another thing. If Iron Mike Tyson, looking how he looked now, was a brand new heavyweight out of the Olympics, and you saw him doing that, I'll be as excited. I'll be as excited. If I had no pre-understanding, if he didn't have a gray beard, he was just a young guy moving the way he moves, I'd be extremely excited. So you have that on top of the fact that he's 53 and I'm advancing in my years a little bit. I'm starting to reach that middle age, you know. So it gives me hope. But it's so funny with me celebrating a GOAT like Iron Mike Tyson. People think that I have to pick a side, either B for Iron Mike Tyson or B for Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. And why is that? How can you be so much of a fan of Wilder that you hate Tyson? How is that? When did that happen? I love both of those boys. I love Wilder. I love Tyson. I love Tyson Fury. I love AJ. Do you think anyone can beat Fury? I think AJ can. I think he can. ShowBizz off topic. Do you know who Vidal Riley is? I heard that name. I can't picture. I can't picture him. I've seen that name actually a few times. Some guys here are new to the science of boxing and talk from their experience from the last 5-6 years. When boxing greats are the bar is lower. Yeah, absolutely. Tyson versus Holyfield, bet. They have a fake ear. Funny. That's why it shows the support it has. Oh, yeah, thank you so much. Wilder has no power against elite fighters. He always has power. And he dropped an elite fighter by the name of Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. He dropped him twice. The second time, he almost knocked him out, period. I don't know how he got up. So I don't know what you mean by that. Tyson Gypsy King Fury is the #1 heavyweight in the world, and he dropped him twice. I don't know what you mean by that. See, comments like that is just not fair. Comments like that is just untrue. Comments like that, he has power, okay? It's just you against anybody. You just have to put a great fighter will put him in a position where he can't throw that right hand or land it well. But if he lands it, Fury's chin is not elite at all. It is elite. Tyson Fury has a very elite chin. Let me tell you how I know that. Because the punches that Tyson Fury got up from would keep other people down. The right hand that Tyson Fury got from Deontay Wilder, the hardest punching heavyweight in the game, and arguably the hardest punching heavyweight in history. The right hand he hit him with, he doesn't even remember. But on top of that, Deontay Wilder hit him with a left hook that was unguarded. So Deontay Wilder hit him with a right hand. He was slumping down and was falling back, and Wilder turned into a left hook on top of it with his chin on the island and knocked him flat out. And not only did he get up, he got up and recovered quick enough to rock Wilder. That's a chin. That's an elite chin. Okay? That's a crazy chin. If he would have hit AJ like that and turned into a left hook on AJ's way down, if AJ would have gotten up, and I promise you AJ would have tried to, just look at him against Andy Ruiz. If he would have gotten up, Wilder would have finished him. He would have finished him. Yeah, Bucks, and that's big facts. Wilder always has power. It's harder to land flush on elite fighters. There you go. Absolutely. It's hard to keep elite fighters down because of their hearts. That's why they're so elite. The scary thing is Daniel Dubois is only 22 and the rest of the heavyweights are in their 30s. Well, Daniel Dubois, that was the scary thing about AJ. He's nothing but AJ all over again, dude. When AJ was coming along and young, a puppy, okay, doing what he was doing, yo, it's like the same thing. ShowBizz, do you think Whyte versus Fury will be a repeat of Fury versus Chisora? Something like that. It'll be a rough fight. It'll be a rough fight, though. How does AJ beat Fury? Oh, I spoke on that so many times, man. My bad. You have to go to a live stream. But he has to be busy. He has to be busy. Best heavyweights in the pocket is AJ. Regulator. What's going on with you? Mount up. Daniel Dubois versus AJ. Right now, AJ. AJ is too experienced for Daniel Dubois. But you give Daniel Dubois a couple more fights, bro. I'm telling you. Give Dubois, after Joe Joyce, which is going to be a big fight, come July, what? It's July something. After that, give him an extra fight or two. Give him Oscar Rivas. Something like that. Give him an extra fight or two. Yo, Dubois he's going to be here. It's going to be like, yo, Dubois versus Usyk. And on the low, I don't know why. Daniel Dubois much better than AJ and been boxing for years. I don't know, July 11th. I don't know why people are asleep on that Pulev fight. Why people act like AJ versus Pulev is some kind of cherry pick. What's going on with that? I like that fight. I like AJ versus Usyk more. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm more worried about AJ versus Pulev than I was the first Andy Ruiz versus AJ fight. Honestly, I thought Andy Ruiz could give him problems and possibly beat him. But to me, I look at Pulev versus AJ and I'm like, man, that's a great fight. Usyk versus AJ, I'm almost 50-50. Yeah, that's a tough fight. Pulev is trash. Who he lose to? Yeah, that's a solid fight, Regulator. It's a solid fight. And he got a new trainer. Your boy who trained Chico, Diego Corrales, right? Klitschko. That's what I'm saying. That's who he lost to. The guy who trained Diego Corrales, please tell me, isn't that Pulev's new trainer? Didn't they reach out to him? Who did they reach out to? Yeah. Yeah. My man said Usyk and Dubois is Joe Goosen is the future of future standard of heavyweight boxing. I like that. I actually like that. I like that statement because I get what you're saying. When you're talking about being able to move, I saw AJ as to look into the future. When I saw AJ and coming in, like first I saw Deontay Wilder. I'm like, yo, there you go, Fury. When I saw AJ coming up, I said that's how a heavyweight looks right there. Tyson Fury is you don't get him. That's not a new level. He's just a rare thing. You know, being 6'9" can move like that. AJ also has a new trainer. Word life. Pulev is an old man who has no chance against AJ. Well, you have to understand old. Old is different depending on your experience. Okay. Some people may say that Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder is old. Love the live streams. Thank you so much. ShowBizz the mug. If you don't get your black, 2 sugars. You'll need to give him time. I think AJ get too much disrespect, but because people saw him lose. Oops, when people see him lose, you know, he's not great anymore. He's not okay. I just saw the gloves are off. Is that the name of the show? Glove. I don't want to say. I don't want to say. Sound stupid on it because I don't watch that show often. Is it called The Gloves Are Off or Gloves Are Off? BK, you sent me the link. I watched it. What is it called? Right. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Did you see the last one when they were showing the super middleweights? You see the one with Roy Jones and all those boys? You see that? With Chris Eubanks was in there and Joe Kawasaki was there. Yeah, you guys see that? You see that? My God. Hey, what's his name? I just forgot. It just slipped my mind. The Irish kid. Probably the greatest Irish fighter of all time. The one that beat Eubanks twice. What's his name? He called out Roy Jones Jr. He wanted to fight Collins. Steve Collins. Okay. Steve Collins was in there. Look. Roy Jones said something extremely important. BK. Roy Jones said something extremely important in that little conversation. They were talking about undefeated. You guys remember that? Who remember when they were talking about undefeated? Right? Yeah. You saw it today. Yeah. Right? Okay, John M. Remember what Roy said? Roy said, my mind was on undefeated. I wanted to go undefeated until they robbed me. When Montel Griffith, when they DQ'd me, right? So then I wasn't focused on being undefeated. I focused on what the great UK fighter, one of the greatest UK fighters of all time, didn't really fight in the UK but fought in the States, Bob Fitzsimmons. I wanted to do what Bob Fitzsimmons did. I wanted to go up, become heavyweight champion, come back down, and regain my light heavyweight title. You see when he said that? How revealing that was? Did you guys see when Roy Jones said that? When Roy Jones said, I didn't focus on being undefeated anymore because that was taken away from me. Do you know that? Do you know what he was saying? Do you know what he was saying? What Roy Jones Jr. was saying was, you can, if you really want to, you can manufacture an undefeated career if you're good enough. First, you got to be damn good, okay? But on top of that, on top of being a great fighter, you got to be a great fighter. But on top of that, you can manufacture an undefeated career. You cannot take the chances. He was giving a little hit to Joe Kawasaki. You can look, Joe Kawasaki. If he wasn't Joe Kawasaki, he didn't start off trying to be undefeated. But as time went on and he starts seeing the door, okay? When he starts seeing the door, he's like, I can preserve my undefeated record. Let me start being smart on how I move. Floyd Money Mayweather did the same thing. Mayweather did the same thing when you start taking on Berto. See, here's the thing. Mayweather knew everybody wanted him to lose. He couldn't afford it. See, Floyd Mayweather tried. He trained extremely hard. He's one of a kind fighter, one of the greatest fighters of all time, okay? Great fighter, top 20, top 15 in my book. Floyd Mayweather knew people want him to go. And as he was seeing the door, he got smarter and smarter in what he was choosing to do because his goal was to be undefeated, all right? Same thing as Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano, I love Rocky Marciano. One of my favorite heavyweights that I've ever watched on film. Rocky Marciano, he could have kept going. If he would have kept going, he would have bumped into a Sonny Liston, probably, gotten beat by he would have lost, okay? But he wanted to preserve that undefeated. He got right out the game. If, like Roy was saying, if you want to be undefeated, you can. You can. All right? That's why I have a lot of respect for people who are like the Chris Eubanks in the world, okay? Chris Eubanks was perfect for this. Who just took people. Chris Eubanks was just taking people on. He wasn't really focused on being undefeated. He said himself he was focused on respect. Yeah, you love the show. Absolutely. Now, what Floyd Money Mayweather understood was this. If I don't lose, okay, people can't picture me. They can't picture me having a flaw. Floyd Mayweather understood the boxing fan. They understood the person. Just like my man who said Wilder was done after one loss. When you picture them having a flaw, when you can see them losing, when you saw them losing, it gets hard to see them winning. And then you start to misjudge them. You don't see Deontay Wilder, 2.5 months off, between training camps. Tyson Gypsy King Fury ranked #1, of the fighters today. That's a huge step up. People start, everything, the reality of it gets real blurred. Tyson Fury, he must have been, they can't picture him losing the way he lost. Oh, he must have had metal in his gloves and his gloves were hanging off and he hit him with the knuckle and none of it made sense. You debunk it a million times. It doesn't. Deontay Wilder, he was poisoned. Well, but then he passed. There was no foreign substances in the testing, in the blood and urine tests. You can't, okay, well, he got knocked out. Then on the other side of it is, Dillian Whyte would knock him out. Everybody knocks him out. You know what I mean? School's in session. Yeah, absolutely. So that's what Floyd was on. And that's what Roy was alluding to. Roy said, well, I got my loss. My perfect record is destroyed. I might as well get busy. I might as well do something that you've never seen done since the days of Bob Fitzsimmons that you can't think happen. You can't think this, you can't imagine this happening in today's era. I might as well do that, which he did. It's perfect. ShowBizz. That's why B-Hop losing his first fight was important. It took the undefeated stuff out early and helped him to become the oldest champ. Right. It helps you take chances and become greater than you thought you can be. You know what I'm saying? If you can't picture them losing, you rate them so high, you can make... absolutely. Dillian Whyte has fought more than 4 tough fights, but Deontay appears to have looked better against more mediocre fighters. Well, it all depends on who you call mediocre. You know what I mean? It all depends. If you think Chisora is better than Luis Ortiz, then, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It all depends on where you're coming from, who you fanboying for. That's really the bottom line. Whoever you're hating on, it kind of dictates how you see their resume and see their career. And really, I can't help anybody with that. So knowledgeable. Thank you so much. Chisora is better than Ortiz. You see what I'm saying? Now, if Dillian Whyte was the first one to beat Ortiz and beat him again, you'll be all over Ortiz. If you flipped it and Deontay Wilder beat Chisora, who Chisora was beaten by a few guys, never could beat the top guy. If Deontay Wilder beat him, knocked him out twice, and Dillian Whyte knocked out an undefeated Ortiz, everybody be hyping up Ortiz. You gotta understand. You gotta understand. It's about what you're hating on and what you don't see it clear, and that's what I'm here for. Because I'm just balanced. I don't have a horse to race. They don't owe me anything. I don't know Deontay Wilder like that. He doesn't give me a piece of his pie when he wins, when he loses. I don't. Why would I cap for them guys? You know? But it's whoever you fanboy for or whoever you hate, really. And really, when it comes down to it, it's hating or loving the fan base. That's really what it is. You know what I'm saying, Buxton? Sugar Ray Leonard is the most skillful ever, in my opinion. I don't agree, but he's extremely skillful. I can't knock you for that. I can't knock you for that. That ain't cheese. That's cheese for all them Cheetos. People are either fanboys or haters or neutralists like ShowBizz. Yeah, you can only be those. Larry Holmes versus Deontay Wilder. Larry Holmes cleans him up pretty good. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Stop. Luis Ortiz is a tune-up when it gets to top-tier competition. You know, nobody's hearing you on that, man. Luis Ortiz, one hell of a fighter. One hell of a fighter. All those boys are. Luis Ortiz is one hell of a fighter. I like Chisora, too. I like Dillian Whyte, too. I don't have to disrespect very good fighters. I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that to make the guy that, you know, another guy look good. I don't have to do that. I really don't. I really don't. Do you think AJ is the best? No, I think Tyson Fury is. Wilder would destroy Whyte. Yeah, I think he knocks Whyte out mid rounds. When he knew a fight. Oh, when he fights oh shit, my brain. Whoa. Casemiro. Yeah, Casemiro. That's when is that? You heard it too? That scared the mess out of me. I love ShowBizz because he is a prediction beast. Thank you so much. What do you think about Rashadi Speedy Ellis? I love your channel. You're unbiased and keep it 100. Thank you so much. Sound like a rifle. It does. I'm still kind of startled by that. Do I have early signs of CTE? My bad. That's the wrong date. What about Big Baby Miller? Here's the thing about Big Baby Miller. I don't know Big Baby Miller. I don't know Big Baby Miller. You know, you guys kind of get what I'm saying? Big Baby Miller, he pissed dirty twice. Okay? So the question is, how good is he? 3 times, I think. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean, Jay Cooley? How good is he? How good is he? I don't know. I don't know. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to find out. Do you think my boy Danny Garcia can take Spence out? Yeah, I think he can knock out Spence. Yeah, I think there's a good chance he can knock out Spence. I think, you know, he'd have to knock him flat out because Spence got the heart of a champion, right? He has the heart of a champion. You know, Danny Garcia will have to definitely knock him flat out. But I think it's possible because Danny Garcia can knock anybody out. And I think Errol the True Spence is going to be giving him an opportunity to knock out AJ. I think knock out Errol Spence. I think Errol Spence is going to be giving Danny Garcia the opportunity to knock him out. But the thing about Errol Spence is Errol Spence's game plan. I think he's going to be boxing him, and then I think he's going to pressure him. And I think Errol Spence feels, period, that if you're receiving pain, you're reluctant to dish out pain. I think, and that's a good way to approach a fight. ShowBizz looking like Hurricane Carter in prison. Yeah, yeah. I'm about to grow all this in. Yeah, yeah. Do you think Dillian has the power to knock out Wilder? He does many body shots. So would that take Deontay's athleticism? Well, there's a lot of guys who tried to take out Deontay Wilder's body. My thing is, if you look at Dillian Whyte, the way you got to look at how Dillian Whyte, how inactive he gets during rounds at times. You just got to look at how Dillian Whyte fights, how inactive he gets. I think Wilder would be putting out that he's not the Gypsy King. He doesn't have an 80-something inch reach, 88 inch, whatever the Gypsy King has, some long spaghetti arms he got with the slickness he has at 6'9", okay, and a big dude. He doesn't have that. Dillian Whyte gets inactive, and I think he'll throw a bit, but I think Luis Ortiz is a better fundamental boxer than Dillian Whyte. I've seen it, okay? I saw Oscar Rivas hurt Dillian Whyte, okay? So I think Deontay Wilder puts that little jab out there, have his legs sprawled way out, pause, and he has that back foot, and he just, and Dillian Whyte isn't the slickest. He kind of comes in, and Wilder, and then he'll block, and then he'll keep, and he'll land it. I think he'll knock him out. Parker hurt Whyte. Yeah, it's not like Whyte has the chin of the gods. Who's physically stronger? Wilder or Joshua? Spider-Man Parker had him hold on for dear life. Yeah, absolutely. Wilder versus Usyk. Right now, I got Wilder. I wouldn't, disrespect Wilder like that to where, Usyk just stepped a foot in the heavyweight division and he could beat Wilder. Dillian Whyte is at 21 and has 7 amateur fights. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Skips towards him and throws to right. Ortiz was on the verge of giving Wilder a boxing lesson until he got KO'd. Ortiz is a better boxer than Dillian Whyte is. He's a good boxer, but no one knows that. You see what I'm saying? Look, when it comes to Ortiz, they know Ortiz against Wilder and they know BoxRec. And they can't identify the opponents on BoxRec, and they saw him knocked out twice against Wilder. That's Ortiz to people. And like I said, people, they may look at a highlight or whatever, but people aren't into boxing as much as they claim. They look at a highlight or two, they look at BoxRec, and then they start talking, and it's very obvious how much they don't know. Cubans can throw down. Yeah, you got that Cuban that amateur Cuban background. Dude can box. Ortiz is overrated. He ducked Joe Joyce. He's not overrated. He's underrated. Who overrates him? You're probably one of the guys who underrates him. I'm trying to give him some love. No one overrates Ortiz. Everyone says he's garbage and too old. I don't hear anyone saying he's amazing. Everyone says he's too old. Everyone underrates him. What are you talking about? Luis Ortiz has steroids and his blood pressure, and is 41 and wasn't even a #1 guy in the amateurs. Never won a gold medal. At least Povetkin has a gold medal, and a former. He said never won a gold medal. At least Povetkin won a gold medal. As if winning a gold medal is just something you do. You know what I mean? All you need to do is just read what they say. Just read what they say. Everyone rates Ortiz. Rate him low. Yeah, just read what they say, bro. Never won a championship. Nah, he was taking on Wilder for the WBC. Wilder was a bad matchup for him. And AJ had the other championships. He wasn't gonna. He tried to get that AJ fight a little bit, but then when AJ was ready to fight him. From where I saw it, from how I saw it, Ortiz's team turned down that fight against AJ. He had an opportunity, but AJ had the other belts. Wilder had the other. There was never beat a championship. Yeah, he couldn't beat Wilder. He has had a chance to. He didn't have a chance to fight AJ. Nobody was getting any belts. After the belts flew out of Tyson Fury's hands, at that point AJ went on and collected them all, and Wilder got the other one. Who was getting belts? Who was getting belts? Super chat, Mr. Old School. Whyte's best chance against Wilder is his catch and shoot like he did against AJ. Yeah, but Wilder is yeah, that's his best chance. But Wilder is unorthodox, and I think that's a bad matchup for Whyte. And if Wilder were to knock out Whyte, he wouldn't get credit for it. You have to understand. You have to understand. You have to understand how wishy-washy people are, okay? Wilder will have to beat AJ. If he beats AJ, then he'll start getting some credit. If he beats Tyson Fury, he'll start getting some credit. But if you want to understand how people are, all you need to do is look at Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. Tyson Gypsy King Fury, before he fought Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, when Wilder and him was about to fight, they said Deontay Wilder was cherry picking him, okay? So when it came, they thought that Deontay Wilder was going to knock him out. He cherry picked Tyson Fury. Come to find out, Tyson Fury gave him a boxing lesson. All of a sudden, people switched their tune. See, I thought Tyson Fury was bad for Wilder, period, okay? But as soon as the first fight happened, people switched their tune. Check out people. Then they said, including Ward, Wilder wouldn't want to fight the Gypsy King again. Guess what? He wanted that rematch. Guess who ducked for the Bucks? Tyson Fury. He ducked Wilder. So then it was like, okay, it's Wilder AJ. Forget Tyson Fury. Wilder go ahead, knocks out Brazil. He ducks AJ, that $120 million DAZN deal. He ducks AJ. And Tyson Fury has that struggle. Okay, after beating, may the Schwartz be with you. They say he's afraid of Wilder. Then he has that struggling fight after when he got cut by Otto Wallin. People like he's finished. People like he's garbage. Then no one was rating Tyson Fury, saying that he can beat Mike Tyson and stuff like that. Nobody was close to that. Then Tyson Fury TKOs Wilder. All of a sudden, he'll beat Mike Tyson. Look, man, in their primes, prime for prime. Look, people are fickle. Now Deontay Wilder can't beat anybody. Now, okay, now everybody look at Deontay Wilder and say he's twerking. He can't beat anybody. That's people are fickle. When AJ lost to Andy Ruiz, they just knew AJ couldn't beat anybody. His chin is a chandelier. He beat Andy Ruiz. He got his belts back. Now everybody wants to see Tyson Fury versus AJ. People are fickle. They're fickle. What you got to do is stay firm and stay true. I can't wait to see how Wilder fights after his first loss. Me too. Me too. I can't wait. That's how you really judge a fighter. How they look after their loss. People tend to jump to whoever riding the high moment. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But on this channel, Regulator, on this channel, we're just going to stay consistent and firm and give everybody their respect. You know what I mean? Look at things truthfully. Give everybody their respect. And you don't look like a damn fool when it's all over. You don't look like, you're hopping back and forth all over the next man's balls. Let me jump on his balls. let me jump on his balls. Speaking of balls, hey, speaking of balls, Steve Collins, he tried to join and subscribe, hit the like button and share. Think of Steve Collins in that the gloves are off. He lifted Roy Jones Jr.'s skirt, didn't he? And what did he see? Steve Collins came up in there to attack Roy. He came in there for Roy. When he lifted his skirt, he saw big ball. Yes, he did. And Roy Jones, he had his nose flared up, and he said, yeah, we'll fight. And then, and Steve Collins, he started looking at him. Didn't he start looking at him? He was looking at Roy like, I'm telling you, that's happened to me before. That's happened to me before. When somebody tried to pull my card or anybody's card. I know you've seen that. It probably happened to you too. Somebody go to pull your card and you look at them dead in their eyes and you want some. And they find out, oh, he wants some. Never mind. Yo, how many of you guys seen Snatch? You guys remember Snatch? The movie with Brad Pitt and those boys? Yeah, Roy made him leave the room. You remember Snatch? Okay, remember when they brought in the bare knuckle champion, the big dude, and they tried to use him as muscle against the piker? Remember when Brad Pitt, when he was sitting back like this, you're just like, you know, you bought the caravan. You take it out, you bought it. You know what I'm saying? Remember that? And Big Boy stepped up like he was gonna do something, and Brad Pitt threw down his beer and he got up on him, and all of a sudden, dude was looking funny. That's Roy. That's Roy. Steve Collins lifted up his skirt. He saw big balls. He put the skirt down and he saw Roy's face. Because here's the thing. Roy is still active and Roy's insane. Roy's still fighting. The boy got issues. The boy got issues. People say Fury has no chin because he's been dropped multiple times, but he failed to realize his recovery time is insane. Yeah, that's what chin is. Like I said, Floyd Mayweather been rocked a few times, but how he recovered showed where his chin was. Snatch is an amazing movie. Yeah. Nakatani versus Tank Davis. That's a tough fight for Tank, man. I don't feel strongly about Tank Davis, as you know. I have a lot of questions about, but he's better than I thought he was initially. Tank Davis, after I saw him against your boy Gamboa, I was like, he showed me more things than I thought he had. Though he had stamina issues, and I just saw a part of his game that I didn't know he had. Roy was the toughest around that table. Here's the thing, though. Chris Eubanks looks like he has unfinished business with Steve Collins. Steve Collins beat him twice, though, right? I mean, I remember those days. Okay, I'm from that. That's my era. And I was just trying to think. They were talking about when Steve Collins beat him. Steve Collins beat him twice, right? Yeah, T. Yeah, Steve Collins beat him twice. Yeah. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Uh-huh. Steve Collins had his number. Yeah, Steve Collins had his number. That was a bad mofo. I like Steve Collins. I was a fan of his. I didn't think he could beat Roy, but I liked him. Did you guys see when Roy Jones, when they were, Steve Collins tried to say that James Toney was the most talented one out of all of them? And Roy was like, I disagree. I beat that man with one hand. The other hand, I could have played checkers. I love when Roy said that. Another thing, he's a fox. Yeah, another thing I like was when Chris Eubanks said that Joe Calzaghe, it looked like he wasn't punching hard because he was punching so fast, but those shots hurt. I like when he said that. I love when he said that. Joe Calzaghe, I needed to know that. Being in the ring with Joe Calzaghe, I needed to know that. Yeah, those punches hurt. I needed to know that. Coming from a guy who took the punches. Forget what I'm seeing from my chair. I ain't getting hit with it. You know what I mean? I always saw Joe Calzaghe throwing slapping punches, but it always threw me off how people was affected by him. It was good to know that he punched hard too. That was good to know. Look at Lacey's face. Yeah. Well, he's a grown man getting punched in the face with no head movement. But I was just talking about somebody on the level of Chris Eubanks. That was great to know. Steve Collins beat Chris Eubanks and Nigel Benn twice. Yeah. Steve Collins was. Wait, hold on. Whoa. I got a fact check. Hold on. He beat Nigel Benn twice? Hold on. Wait a second. Is that true? Because I don't remember that. He beat him twice? Dang. No, he beat Eubanks twice. I know he beat Nigel Benn twice. After the Watson fight, Eubanks wasn't the same. Yeah, check that out. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know he beat Nigel Benn twice. Yeah, Steve Collins was nasty. He was nasty, man. He beat Ben twice. Wow. He made him quit. Are you betting on Jose Aldo? Yeah, probably, more than likely. More than likely. It was his last 2 fights. Wow. I didn't know he beat him twice. Yeah, I thought it was once. I remember the quit fight. I thought that was the only one. I missed the first one. That's what I'm saying. Y'all were getting busy in the UK, bro. Y'all were getting busy. A lot of us, we were missing a lot of those fights, man. There was a little thing going on over there, man, that around those times, there was so much talent over there. There was so much talent over there. We had a lot of talent over here, too. And we were so busy looking at our talent that we weren't peeping. Yeah, man, we were sleeping on it. I didn't know he beat him twice, though. Yeah, they still getting busy. Yeah, absolutely. Hold on, I gotta take this off, dog. Strip down for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I like when Roy said that about James Toney. So let me ask you guys this. If you were to put together your top 5 talented fighters from that era, UK and the States, from all over, who would be your top 5? And I'm talking about that super middleweight, that Michael second to none, that James Lifestyle Toney and Bernard Hopkins, and yeah, that's tough. And Michael Watson. Oh, he hypnotized for the fight, yeah. Number 1, Roy. I think Roy's number 1 too. Pacquiao versus that fight's not going to happen, man. If I were to put money on it, I'd put it on Triple G. You got Tony 1, Ben, Jones, Tony, Watson, Hopkins. No order. That sounds good. Nigel Benn, Roy Jones, James Toney, Michael White. Yeah, Bernard Hopkins. That sounds good. That sounds very good. One Roy, 2 Joe, 3 Eubanks, 4 Collins, 5 Froch. Very UK based. I like that though. Roy, Kawasaki, Tony Hopkins. Dang, that's nice too. No Eubanks. Two is a toss-up between Hopkins and Ben. Julian Jackson, that's your 5. Roy, Joe Kawasaki, Nigel Benn, James Toney, Chris Eubanks. Man, that's about right, BK. BK, that's about right. That's about right. That sounds great. ShowBizz, you seen Nigel Benn's son, Conor Benn? No, I haven't. Not fighting. I've seen a picture of him, but not a true fight all the way through. Only got 5. It's hard, but Roy is 1 for sure. The G-Man. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why nobody's saying Gerald McCullen. Roy, James Toney, Hopkins, Kawasaki, Ben. That's probably it. Thoughts on Ryan Garcia opting out the fights? Makes sense to me, and I've explained it before, but I think I can do it again if you want me to. Roy, Joe, Eubanks, Ben, Hopkins. I think we got like a combination. I love this community. Trinidad, Tarver. Well, not exactly. You know, Tarver mostly a light heavyweight. You know, Trinidad was like welterweight to middleweight once, welterweight. We were talking about super middleweights. Gerald McCullen, best middleweight. He fights just like his dad. Wow. Roy Jones, Joe Calzaghe, James Toney, Nigel Benn. Yeah. What about Mike McCullum? That's what I'm saying. I'm not getting enough Mike McCullum. Julian Hawk Jackson, though, was Terry Norris. That's like middleweight. Middleweight. Dog, my contact just slipped out. Hold on. That's like you know, we not Kessler. Yeah, remember Kessler. Joe Calzaghe versus Canelo. Man, that's a tough fight for Canelo, man. I've been saying that when everyone says Joe Calzaghe versus Canelo, that's a tough fight for Canelo. That's almost a nightmare. That's almost a nightmare for Canelo. That's almost a nightmare, Jack. Roy Jones Jr. most naturally physically gifted fighter ever. Probably. James Toney, Hopkins, Eubanks, Collins. Okay, so I want to say this real quick. Let's talk about Ryan Garcia. I mentioned Ryan Garcia. And how Joe Calzaghe the GOAT. I have no problem with people saying that, by the way. It doesn't drive me that crazy. Yeah, you know what? Joe Calzaghe probably would have beaten Canelo. Ryan Garcia, I think he has every right to opt out. I do. I think he has every right to opt out. I mentioned it a few times, you know, just talking about how much money he'll actually get after the fight. You know, he'll probably end up with 50 grand. You know, I think Ryan Garcia, I think he should have demanded more money, and he should opt out. I really do. Not only was his work rate incredible, but Calzaghe had a positioning in the ring, southpaw too, right? He positioned himself in the ring all the time in a way that was very Lomachenko-esque. You know what I mean? He positioned himself in the ring against his opponents where it was a bad angle for them all the time. He kept a glove in your face, and he wasn't where he was before you saw the glove in his face. But it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Why not like him, Biz? I don't like what he did to my hero. You know, and that's why I'm unbiased now, because my infatuation with Roy Jones Jr. was insane. Okay, which is why I work very hard. I work very hard. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you the story again. Let me tell you something. When Roy Jones Jr. lost, I lost. And the years following that, when he lost again against Tarver, got knocked out crazy against Glenn Johnson, getting, you know, whitewashed against Joe Calzaghe. When he was losing, I was losing. Okay? And I made it a mission of mine to try to have everybody appreciate Roy Jones the way I did. I was on Facebook, all those things. Went hard. Pause. When I met Roy Jones, he didn't know who I was. Rightfully so. He don't know who I am. And I met him at ShowBizz the Adult. He's like, who? When I met Roy Jones, he didn't know who I was, but I died with him. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like your fighter, okay? But when Deontay Wilder got knocked all over the ring, don't get knocked out too. Okay? If Iron Mike Tyson is making a comeback, don't grab all your energy and hate Mike Tyson. Don't do that with your energy. You're not Wilder. You're you. Everybody. Manny Pacquiao. When I don't have Manny Pacquiao in my top 15, in my top 10, if I don't have... you're not Manny Pacquiao. Don't get hurt. Don't get hurt. It's just ShowBizz the adult not putting him in his top 10. It's okay. It's okay. Don't lose your minds. It's all right. It's all right because I'm giving love to other great fighters too. I'm just showing love. I'm not hating Pacquiao by giving Sam Langford love. You know what I'm saying? Right, but it hurts. Yeah, but don't invest so much of your soul. When Iron Mike Tyson was knocked out against Buster Douglas, ShowBizz the brother was popped. When Evander Holyfield was hanging off the ropes against Burt Cooper, against Smoking Burt Cooper, when Smoking Burt Cooper popped Holyfield and Holyfield was hanging off the ropes, my oldest brother was screaming at the TV. So much of him was invested in Evander Holyfield, okay? ShowBizz the brother, he lost that night with Tyson. The night that Roy Jones Jr. was knocked out by Tarver and got up slow and he rocked and a ref waved it and my spirit left, my lips got white. I was like, the night that happened, okay? I'll never forget it. I looked at my oldest brother for help. My oldest brother was laying down looking at TV. When Roy got knocked down, my oldest brother ain't jump up. He was just like, ShowBizz the brother looked at me. My soul left. I was, okay? My oldest brother said something immediately that I'll never forget. He just got caught. Those are his first words. My oldest brother said, he just got caught. And then he said, everyone gets caught. He said, I saw Ali get caught. He was like, I saw Sugar Ray Leonard get caught. So he just got caught. They all get caught. He was like, ShowBizz, what did you think? He was never going to get caught. My ShowBizz the brother, he said, he put his hand on my shoulder before he left the house because I ordered the fight. Everybody was over at my house. He put his hand on my shoulder and he said, your boy just lost. He was like, never get that invested in another human being again. ShowBizz brother said, you had it. He lost. It's over now. Don't do this again. I was about to start crying. So, when Wilder was getting knocked all over the ring, ShowBizz the Kid, go back to that video. Go back to that live stream of Tyson Fury versus Wilder 2. Go back to that live stream. You see me looking at the fight, but I'm looking at ShowBizz the Kid, and I keep looking at the fight. When I look at ShowBizz the Kid, he's like, his boy is Wilder. ShowBizz the Kid likes Wilder and Errol the True Spence. ShowBizz the Kid is like, what you doing? Fight! Get up! And I'm looking at ShowBizz the Kid. Look at that video. Because I'm like, hey, it's all right. It's all right. He's losing, not you. I'm calling the fight right down the middle, but I'm looking at my son because I know what I went through. So then when the internet is flooding with people saying, he cheated, Glovegate, I know this pain. You remember that? Yeah. Yeah. I was like, it's good. It's good. Must be me, brother, because I love Wilder and Spence. Yeah. Those are his boys. True talk. Contrary to what the LDBC guys are doing, right? Well, you know what I'm saying? They not only, okay, the LDBC, which I don't, it was amazing. Yeah, BK was saying that Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury, is going to beat him when I was saying that. Don't forget, I thought Wilder was going to win. BK was the first one on this channel, in this community. I remember BK was the first one that was just 100% saying there's only one Tyson Fury and he's going to beat him. What was I going to say about Spence. And let me tell you. Oh, the LDBC. I don't really talk about other channels and stuff like that. Okay, but I'm going to say this about the LDBC. As I've gotten to know them over the past like year, everybody was telling me to go by the LDBC channels and stuff like that. Not only 78 Sports TV, especially him, but there's a lot of other Black Fight Fan TV, Blue Blood. I think he's LDBC, right? I don't want to group everybody in LDBC who's black. Basically, dog. He's LDBC, right? Blue Blood. I just need, yes, okay. So, not only are they big Wilder fans, Barbershop, right? Not only are they big Wilder fans, okay? They are publicly talking about how everybody needs to appreciate Wilder more. When people were saying, hey, Wilder, his technique stinks. And when everybody was saying what they were saying about Wilder, hey, look at his resume for real. Really look at him. It became a battle. It became a battle, and everybody was choosing sides. And I stayed in the middle. I stayed on the side of boxing, okay? I don't got time to be jumping on one side of it. I ain't on that. I'm a grown-ass man, okay? Everybody was coming up in here with that. Man, get that out of here. I'm just looking at boxing, all right? Anyway, while everybody was choosing sides, they publicly took a quote-unquote loss. That's what hurts. That's what hurts. Because they were trying to have everyone appreciate Wilder. They were trying to have everybody appreciate him. And when AJ got knocked out, they were like, see? Wilder, y'all. And then when Wilder got knocked, when Wilder got knocked out, it affected him. You know what I mean? And I think it was natural. I think how they responded or responding or whatever is natural. That's their guy. Hell, I think 78 Sports TV has some of your better interviews with Wilder. I think they're actually close. They like know each other or something like that. So that's his boy. So I thought it made sense. I thought it made sense. I thought it made sense. ShowBizz, have you seen Rummy's Corner? Yeah, Rummy's Corner. I've been looking at him for years. That's who I actually used to look at before I started my own channel. Rummy got a nice delivery, and Rummy is nice, bro. Yo, that Rummy is he's doing a hell of a lot. If you guys think I do well for the sport of boxing, Rummy's Corner is a positive thing for the sport for sure. Counterpunch shouted me out a few times. I always smile when I think of Counterpunch because Counterpunch, from what I know of him, okay, I don't see all his videos, but he hit me up on Instagram once just to talk. He ain't even Counterpunch didn't he wasn't trying to get me on the channel or anything. He was just like, hey, yo, ShowBizz, what up? You know, I was thinking about this. I always smile when I think of Counterpunch because he just seemed to be like a dude. Counterpunch and Boxing Wave, to me, they seem to be just like dudes who are like, yo, you know what I mean? This is how I feel about it and whatever, bro. Whatever, however you feel. Yeah, just laid back, dude. However you feel about it. Are you betting on, yeah, I already said, yeah, I'm betting on Jose. Will you be open on doing an exhibition match? Probably if I mean, don't take this to the bank or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, motivate. Yeah, I know. I would have to be talked out of it. I got a competitive rage in me a little bit. So if I were to get called out or something like that, I know for sure it would bubble up. My family would probably have to talk me out of it. So I can't say that I would. My family probably like, look, they're just trying to bait you into something or whatever, you know. But I got like this thing. Wait, are you right now walking around? I'm like 195 or something like that. Hey Biz, when do you think we'll see Madrimov? Oh yeah. In a big fight. Who would you like to see him fight? Anybody. That man is fantastic. When would I see him? I don't know when he'll be in a big fight, but when he does, he's gonna win. That dude is fantastic on the low. That's the type of guy that you know, I look at and I'm like, hey, that's, you know, that whole Lomachenko thing. Like when I look at somebody with true skill and talent, that's him. That's him. Yeah. Let's see. Did you watch the Mike Tyson hot boxing with Shannon Briggs? No, I didn't. I feel like he's not ready yet. Yeah, but whenever he is, whenever he gets in with whoever, he's going to be ready. He's going to win. Versus Jamel, when he's ready, he's going to win, bro. The guy is, that's one of those guys, man. That's just that's hyper skillful. And when it's on, it's over. It's over, bro. It's over, bro. That's how I feel about him as a prospect. I seen Biz box with 500-ounce gloves on. Check Hard Knock Nights live Instagram. Funny. Oh yeah, BK. I was fighting Frank Galarza. I was fighting Frank Galarza. And Joe Cortez was our referee. That right there, BK. That right there is one of my favorite moments ever when it comes to boxing. Ever. Yeah. The Notorious. Yo. When I had those big gloves on and I'm staring down Frank Galarza, okay, he's my boy. But I'm staring down this professional fighter who's been in there with Jarrett Hurd. I'm staring him down, and Joe Cortez is looking at us and giving us the rules like I'm fair but firm. That was one of the better. And let me tell you something. Frank was playing around. I call him playing around. He threw a punch, and I know you may have seen it. I think that's the footage that they have. I countered him with a right hand, and then he threw another punch and missed. But Frank was playing, but he missed, right? And when he did, I looked at Joe Cortez, and he made a face. He was like, woo. That was my favorite moment, y'all. Do you think we will see Tevin Farmer again? Yeah. Oh, yeah. My son hit with the, all right, man, look. Hey, shout out to your son. Where's the footage? She just said it's on Instagram, Hard Knock Nights Live. Oh, man, that was beautiful. John Jones versus Tyson. What do you think about that possibility? You talking about now? Roy Jones would be on the ground doing way worse than he did against Glenn Johnson, bro. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Tyson versus Tony right now. Tyson, bro. It's just too explosive. Tony. Good moment. Yeah, that was beautiful. What do you think about F.A. Ajagbe? I think there was a moment where I had F.A. on the level, him and Dubois on the same level, kind of coming up together. I like F.A.'s trainer, Shields. I like F.A.'s power. I like his ability to, now I know that he can get knocked down, get up and finish a fight. That was good to know. There's things about F.A. that I wish Deontay Wilder had. I look at F.A. and I'm like, those are things that I wish Deontay, that's a foundation I wish Wilder had. With that said, F.A. can be a bit mechanical, but I think he's still learning. ShowBizz, the brother, made a valuable point about F.A. Ajagba. He said, I can't believe a person as athletic as him, who plays soccer, has such mechanical and poor feet. Yeah, I think he has room to grow. My thing about him is I just can't believe the jump that Daniel Dubois made skill-wise that shot him way ahead of a Jagba. Because I'm going to tell you something, man. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it real. Nate Gorman can fight. I'm sorry. Nate Gorman can fight. Okay? Yo, Nate Gorman can fight. The way Dubois beat him was really stunning. It was really stunning. It was stunning because, yo, that boy can fight, bro. He can fight. I'm sorry. And that's one of those things that people gonna throw under the rug and just be like, oh yeah. But I know. It was I know. By looking at it. It's just one of those wins that I know. Like when Lomachenko beat Gary Russell. I keep that. When everybody say Salido, I think of Gary Russell. I think of Nicholas Walters. Like I definitely think of Gary Russell though, because I remember going into that fight, I was like, Gary Russell, I wanted to watch the fight because of Gary Russell. I knew Lomachenko was coming in. He had a lot of hype or whatever after the greatest amateur of all time. But I wanted to see Gary Russell. The way Lomachenko whooped on Gary, what he was displaying, I was like, this guy is one of the better fighters I've ever seen. I mean, visually, I hold on to that. I know what I saw. I hold on to that. You, Rummy's Corner, boxing with oh yeah, I saw a video or two of his. He's not bad, man. And Teddy Atlas. Yeah, you're right. You're right. F.A. Ajabe reminds me so much of Ivan Drago with his stance and build. Yeah. Love you giving love to UK fighters. Yeah. And you know, really thanks to you guys. All of my show business partners from the UK who stayed up super late during my live streams just to plead with me and tell me, hey, look at this guy. Look at this girl. Look at these people. Please. You know, and I always had love for the UK, but my love grew. Like, okay, what happened was I had love for the UK, and after like the 90s, I stopped focusing so much. And then I was kind of ignorant once I stepped into, you know, doing showbiz the adult. It took guys like BK to really work hard, and the rest of you guys to really work hard and be like, yo, let's let's get back focused here. No filler on his resume. At least you listening. Oh yeah, you gotta listen, John M. Because if you don't listen, you stay ignorant. You stay ignorant and blind, bro. I'd rather be wrong and corrected than pull one of these numbers. Fury tested dirty. Facts. Man, how can we send gift to you, man? You do sure a great job, man. Appreciate it a lot. Oh, much love to you. I got to get my P.O. box together. I told myself I'll be doing it after COVID. That's why you're fired. Thank you so much. Who produced the best fighters, UK or America? I don't even like doing that. I don't see it like that. The best fighters overall, I don't see it like that. Obviously, when it comes to the big boys, I got UK. But when you say overall, I mean the Eastern European fighters are coming in pretty hard, man. They're coming in pretty hard, man. Africa ain't playing either. And I'm gonna tell you, Asian fighters ain't playing either. You know, Mexican fighters are, brother, I can't say that. I'm done with that. I can't do that. I can't do that. I mean, it just all over. Yeah. I really can't do that. I can't do that. It's global. Yeah, it's global. In the 90s, it was US. Yeah, because there was still residue from that great Olympic team. You know, 84 and stuff like that. He run laps around for now like Fury. Stop, man. Oh my God. Hey Biz, dopest hip hop album of all time. Dopest hip hop album of all time. Dopest hip hop album of all time. I'm gonna tell you some dope ones. I'm gonna tell you, yeah, I knew it. Yeah, T. Illmatic to me is what I consider the most perfect album of all time. Illmatic. I like Illmatic. I do like Ready to Die. I like It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Me Back. Me Against the World too. 36 Chambers. I like Aquemini. I like Illmatic over Stillmatic. I love Reasonable Doubt. America's Most Wanted. The Chronic. Yo, the Chronic album is off the chain. See, Capital Punishment is nice. Mukbang. Thanks for the super chat. De La Soul. You talking about 3 Feet High Rising? I love that. Great choices. Thank you so much. Marshall Mathers LP. Yeah, that works. Good Kid, Mad City. I love that you said that for a newer album. Yeah. Look. Life After Death. Don't sneeze at that either. But let me tell you this though. Your stakes is high. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this too. Straight Out Compton too. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you how good hip hop was. All right. Oh, I'm gonna say this last thing, and then I'll bounce. I'm gonna bounce. Well, strictly for my ends. Strictly for my ends. Tupac's second album was hot too. ShowBizz favorite cereal, favorite Subway stop. Man, my favorite cereal was probably Raisin Bran Crunch. But let me tell you this. Hip hop was so good back then. Okay, late 80s, 90s, late 90s, whatever. I listened to an album that I didn't like, and it was killing most albums today. I'm gonna tell you, 300 best movie ever. You ain't lying. Killing albums today. I'm gonna tell you an album that I listened to recently that I didn't like, that I was like, oh man, he dropped the ball on this one. That is killing albums today. Nostradamus. I listened to Nostradamus all the way through, and that was killing albums today. Killing albums today. I couldn't believe it. That was an album that Nas dropped the ball back then. He dropped the ball back then. Dude, that album back then wasn't good. I listened to that after listening to the music that's out now for so long. I listened to Nostradamus and said, that boy dropped a ill album. It's just that hip hop was so good back then. The Black Album, yeah, was amazing. Nostradamus, man. Nostradamus was beautiful. Yeah, that was a beautiful, talking about song, Beyond Its Time. You hear remember New World? Listen to New World. Listen to New World. Listen to New World. That was, off the chain. So, all right, man, I'm about to bounce on you guys. Thank you guys for coming out. That was beautiful, man. We had a very, very great live stream, man. This was one of the better live streams. Everybody was definitely in unison. A lot of you guys were in here, and we just had no beef. We had no problems with each other. Rakim, Eric B and Rakim off the chain. Follow the leader off the chain. Thank you guys for coming out. ShowBizz adult. Thanks, Jay Cooley. I'm gonna have to do a members only live stream. We gotta talk some scary movies, man, and talk UFOs and Bigfoot. But I want to talk scary movies with you guys because I was looking at Strangers and Strangers 2, and I said I'll survive that. You know what I mean? Still, I don't know about Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm out. Huh.